Well, as we embark on the 40th year celebration of Park and Recreation Month, it's a great opportunity to fall in line with the theme, which is build together, play together.
Parks and Recreation Month is a really important time for everyone to realize the vital role that parks play in building strong and healthy communities. Parks provide such an asset to communities, both rural and urban. They help protect the environment, they improve our mental and physical well-being, and they give us recreational opportunities of all ages and abilities.
And it's a time that we're able to celebrate park and recreation professionals around the state that do what they do at the local level, which is offering impactful parks and programs through the citizens that they serve.
Georgia's parks and recreation spaces are more than just places to play. They are vital community hubs, natural sanctuaries, and gathering spaces that reflect the heart of the state. Behind every open gate and well-kept path are the dedicated organizations and people who work every day to make these places safe, accessible, and welcoming for everyone.
GRPA was established in 1945, and the unique way of the establishment started as planting trees around parks so they could offer oxygen to the houses that were being built for the families around the parks and the state. The other really intentional aspect of starting GRPA was to provide organized sports for World War II people that were coming back into the communities, to offer them organized activities, as it was found that many of these people were getting into crime and to other aspects. So it was a good chance to be able to offer these organized activities to keep their minds busy on that. My name is Steve Card. I serve as the Executive Director for the Georgia Recreation and Park Association. GRPA is made up of 222 member agencies around the state. These include city, county, some YMCAs, and some churches. Our agency population includes a wide variety of cities and counties, some to the tune of Cherokee County, Forsyth County, Gwinnett, also cities like the city of Atlanta, South Fulton, also the city of Alpharetta, just to really name a few of the many communities that are served by our park and rec agencies that are also members of GRPA. The biggest growth in GRPA occurred during the 1970s, as this was in conjunction with the largest explosion of population growth within the state of Georgia. As Georgia saw about a 19% increase in their population, as communities started filling up, the elected leadership found that to offer the quality of life for their citizens, they needed strong and robust park and rec agencies and programs to be able to serve those. So we saw a lot of our agencies really come about and grow during the 1970s.
I'm Shannon Kettering. I'm the Vice Chair of the Board of the Freedom Park Conservancy. The primary role and mission of Freedom Park Conservancy is to promote the preservation and improvement of Freedom Park, to partner with the City of Atlanta to augment its maintenance and management, to elevate the park as a significant place for art, recreation, and community engagement, and to enhance the park as a valuable asset within the Atlanta urban landscape. Freedom Park itself spans 7 in-town neighborhoods, and each of those neighborhoods also have their own special green spaces. And so we do work collaboratively to ensure that those spaces are also maintained and managed appropriately. Freedom Park is unique in the fact that it was born out of the struggle to stop a planned highway in the 70s and 80s. And the outline of Freedom Park shows the early roadway construction today, but ultimately that roadway was halted thanks to the grassroots efforts of neighbors, advocates, and civic leaders.
They were the main group that, with the Road Busters, Caution and the Road Busters, were the two main groups that came together with Congressman Lewis to stop the freeway that Georgia Department of Transportation had planned to put through all of these neighborhoods. And they, in the 60s and in the 70s, they started taking over the houses through eminent domain. And at one point, the group was formed, was called Caution, which is Citizens Against Unnecessary Thoroughfares in Older Neighborhoods. And citizens came together with the help of, at the time, council member John Lewis, who later went on to become congressman. And they protested, and he taught how to have peaceful activism and to protest. And together, over time, they stopped the highway, which later there was litigation and stuff as well. And that's the reason why the park exists, is because there was supposed to be a highway that went from downtown, from the 75-85, through all the neighborhoods, out to Stone Mountain, with bridges going over neighborhoods, and there was going to be a north-south route that would take from 400 south to, I think it's, 285? And it was just, that's why the Freedom Park is this cross shape, because that was where the highway was going to be. It was going to be a 6-lane highway through all of these neighborhoods. It's also where the Battle of Atlanta took place. So it was kind of interesting that there is such great history there from the Civil War that was just being ignored. So this is why we have this park today. It used to be all houses, and it was made a park. It was kept to be sure it was going to be a park so that developers couldn't come in and just build more condos and more townhouses like you see everywhere else in Atlanta. So it was because of the civic activism and the neighbors coming together that they stopped the highway, the 6-lane highway that would have tore through this whole area. Ponce would have become a 6-lane highway. It would have tore through the Olmsted linear parks. It would have just destroyed all of the neighborhoods. And so, thank God, we now have this beautiful green space instead.
The Freedom Park outline crisscrosses 7 in-town neighborhoods and really does bear the struggle of that scar on the landscape. But uniquely, Freedom Park has turned that scar tissue into connective tissue by offering acres of green space, miles of walking and biking trails, and several public art installations. And then Freedom Park was formed in the 1990s to be the steward of that park.
My name is Jay Worley. I'm the Recreation and Parks Director for Cherokee County. I've been here for about 20 years serving the community. So Cherokee Recreation and Parks is the primary recreation provider for Cherokee County. So our primary role in saying that is that we're here to serve the citizens in a number of different facets, whether it be recreation, athletics, parks, facilities, and just an overall live, work, and play attitude for the county. Just to give you a little bit of the glimpse into the size and scope of what we do at Cherokee Recreation and Parks, we have 26 parks in our inventory, in addition to 8 fire station community rooms that are spread throughout the county, as well as 5 large facilities in our inventory. So in all, it puts us over the 40 mark for what we serve and maintain in the county. When I think about where we came from as a department and thinking about the history of what we've done, our department was founded approximately around 1970 with a recreation commission. Our first director was actually hired in 1972, and from there, pretty much the rest is history as far as what we've done. We've been a very fast developing county. Fast forward to 2008, we had a park bond that was overwhelmingly supported by the taxpayers of Cherokee County. They approved $90 million. But here we are in 2025 faced with the same problem and how we're going to move forward with the continued development of our park system.
My name is Christine Young, and I'm the Recreation Services Manager for the City of Alpharetta Recreation Parks and Cultural Services Department. The primary role of the Recreation Parks and Cultural Services Department is to provide exceptional experiences to both residents and visitors through our beautiful parks, our enhanced programming, and through our meaningful cultural experiences. The department consists of over 25 parks and facilities, a wide variety of programming from our Old Rucker Farm Park to aquatics programming, active adults programming. We have an Alpharetta Arts Center, and there's a wide variety of things that people can choose from and that meets their needs and helps them grow and learn and be part of our community.
The first pivotal moment was in 1988 when the city of Alpharetta dedicated North Park, which was our very first park. And then of course in 1996, the city of Alpharetta bought Wills Park from Fulton County. At that point, we went into hyperspeed. And more recently, we've also renovated our city pool, as well as renovating the old Fulton County Library into a state-of-the-art art center.
The defining characteristics and elements of Freedom Park are precisely what make it so unique. So Freedom Park is a unique place for beauty, it's a unique place for its amenities and for its origin story. So first and foremost, Freedom Park is the largest green space in an urban community ever assembled in the 20th century in the United States. It also offers 8 miles of walking and biking trails, and these trails are integral to the Atlanta's trail network. So it connects places like the historic Olmsted Linear Parks, Stone Mountain Park, Atlanta Beltline, and all the way into the downtown Atlanta area at Centennial Olympic Park. And then also in 2007, Freedom Park was designated Atlanta's Art Park. So as such, we have 8 permanent art installations as well as 7 temporary art installations. And this is through a partnership with the Atlanta Mayor's Office of Cultural Affairs and their program called Elevate Art. And then finally, Freedom Park is rich in its history, and this park honors key leaders in our nation. So Freedom Park connects the Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Site and the Carter Center. And these 2 individuals also are Nobel Peace Prize winners. And this is a unique accolade also to Atlanta, because Atlanta is one of only 3 cities in the world to have 2 Nobel Peace Laureates. And then also this park honors Congressman John Lewis. This is a man who galvanized the civil rights movement and also was instrumental in stopping that planned highway that was designed to go through these neighborhoods.
So Cherokee Recreation and Parks offers an array of opportunities for passive recreation in the county, as well as self-directed or directed recreation in the county. We've got a number of programs that we run throughout the summer with summer camps that we offer, including fishing camp, including outdoor camp. We've got a large aquatic center here in the community that serves thousands of our citizens each day, as well as you get into the traditional recreation opportunities as far as youth football, youth softball. We have a very large basketball program here that we run for grades kindergarten through 12th grade. In addition to adult programming, it's just pretty much anything you can think of. We like to think that we can offer it here for Cherokee County. And I also want to highlight our newest park, Long Swamp Creek Recreation Area, where we've really taken an effort to launch our Natural Resources Division of the agency and really promote passive recreation for Cherokee County.
Long Swamp Creek Recreation Area is a passive park. What we mean by that is an area that's passive. You can come out and recreate on your own accord. It's more trails, green spaces, open areas versus an active park, which we would consider more ball fields, diamonds, rectangular fields, playgrounds, more active components. So that's kind of how we decipher between the two of passive and active. My name is Adam Fussell. I'm the Natural Resources Division Director for Cherokee County. The park has 3 elements, the first of its kind being from a county managed standpoint. We've got the first county managed campsites, the first county managed canoe kayak launch, and the first county managed archery range as well. The recreational space, it's an outdoor haven. It's for outdoorsmen to come out, enjoy the park passively. Like I mentioned, we have the archery range, the canoe kayak launch, the campsites, but we're looking forward in the future to build another phase of the park, which is primarily going to focus on the historical and cultural elements of the park. We're also going to renovate the inside of the residence that's on site and turn it into kind of like a pro shop, if you will. So we'll be able to rent canoe kayaks, we'll be able to sell fishing bait and tackle, rent archery equipment, etc. So we're really looking forward to getting the park completely built out in the future.
Alpharetta's approach to recreation is that we're a hands-on department. That means that we're out and about, we are participating in the programs. So we're not just maintaining parks, we are part of the program. By doing so, we're able to provide better recreation opportunities for the Alpharetta community.
Collaboration for some of our local parks, especially on the east side of town where I manage, is Union Hill Park. We've collaborated with singer-songwriters, Home by Dark, to do a concert series once a month at that location. That location used to be used as a skate park for roller hockey, and now we've turned it into a space for a concert venue.
Freedom Park is really fortunate in the fact that we have 30,000 neighbors within a 10-minute walk of the park boundaries. So that means we have a lot of people that care about the park, and we have a lot of people that engage in the park's well-being. And we also have really generous partners. So with the combination of really passionate neighbors and partners, we're able to host cleanup days and tree planting weekends. Again, as I mentioned, are a part of a larger trail network system. So we do collaborate with partners such as the Path Foundation as well as the Atlanta Beltline to ensure that connectivity is fluid between our park and folks are able to navigate within our park to get to other important regional elements within Atlanta.
So partnerships in recreation spaces for our department and for our community are a vital part of our success. We're what I would consider a little bit of a hybrid community, where most small communities, they have programs, athletic leagues, etc., that they run directly through the department, and then large communities are completely ran independent. We're a community where we've got a little bit of both. We have local youth associations and nonprofits that we partner with that help maintain some of our parks and trail space. And then we've also got a number of programs and things that we offer internally. So when you combine those two together, I think we've got all bases covered.
The most impactful form of support that this department receives is our community engagement, hands down. The grassroots involvement of the people in our community help us enhance our programs, improve our parks, and provide the volunteer resources that we need. They also help with the big events that we put on, such as Taste of Alpharetta and Wire and Wood. Organizations such as the Alpharetta Convention and Visitors Bureau and the Chamber and many, many more help us enhance the programming, special events, and our parks in our community. Of course, city funding sustains us too, but the involvement of the people in our community is what helps us grow and become the best department that we can be.
Well, in order to shape ideas for the future, Freedom Park in 2022 and the Conservancy completed a master plan that would help define that future, and specifically to help the park better achieve its potential as the city's regional art park.
It's a hefty master plan, but encompasses the entire 130 acres of the park, and we use it as a guiding document of what we should be working on, because all of that information came from extensive interviews with the neighborhoods and the neighbors, and they told us what they wanted in the park and ranked it in order of importance.
So one of the really fun parts of my job is we get to forecast and think about strategic planning 10 years and more now, and as we look at the future and think about what is being planned out for the future, I get really excited about future recreation centers, future parks throughout the county. We're trying to match the growth needs of the community, so as certain pockets of the community grow, we try to put parks in those areas and able to suit and feed the needs of those community members. So we're really excited about the next couple of park projects that are coming down the chute as we speak. We've got a 538-acre conservation piece of land in the northeast corner of Cherokee County that's going to have about 20 miles of horse and hiking trails, along with mountain biking trails and access to the Etowah River. And then in the far corner down in the southwest, we've got Woodworth Park coming, which is going to be the new home of our third recreation center. It's going to be about 50,000 square feet in addition to about 100 acres of parkland.
Looking ahead, my biggest aspirations for our Parks Department is connecting our small parks that are coming online with our neighborhoods.
We really want to make a community a walkable community so we can have everybody be a 10-minute walk from any type of recreation park facility in the community.
I think the community is very helpful to us because we're always looking for volunteers. We need volunteers year-round. This is what makes the park a community park. We all come together, we make it our park. Our slogan is, "It's your park." It's about connection, it's about creativity, and it's about caring for the park.
So I think a park user, in order to better engage in their nearby park spaces, is to really start to consider, is there a Friends of a Park group that they can get involved in? Because those groups really augment the maintenance, the management, and the funding that each park receives throughout Georgia. And so, for instance, in Freedom Park, we have a park partner program. And so we would very much encourage, if you are interested in this park and you care about cleaning it, you care about beautifying it, or just communicating the richness of this park, we would love for you to become a park partner.
When I think about community engagement in the sense of parks and recreation, or recreation in parks as we like to put it, we like to put people before places. Not just in the month of July, but really 12 months out of the year. We want people to have an opportunity beyond work, beyond their normal lives, to get out in the parks, to really enjoy what we have to offer, whether it be the passive recreation elements but active recreation as well. So if your thing is to be involved in team sports or group activities, we've got activities for you. Or if you're one of those that likes to enjoy the passive recreation and elements of nature and outdoors, then we've certainly got opportunities for you as well.
Residents can engage with our parks during Parks and Recreation Month by taking a walk in any of our local park trail systems, whether it's the Greenway, Webbridge Park, Wills Park, or just by showing up and being active in any of our classes that we offer.
You can also have an opportunity to be on a board or advisory committee that will help shape policy and the direction that our department is going.
Well, and we encourage local citizens within their communities to really get out and see what their local park and rec agencies have to offer. If that's green space, if that's blue space, if that's facilities and various programs that they have to offer. We know that the benefits that these citizens will partake in by the services that are offered by the recreation agencies will make them a stronger and a better community overall.